Hello and welcome. Adita Lang here, and in today's strength and body class, we are focusing on upper body. Upper body strong, my friends. So with that said, you want a light set and a medium set of weights, a mat somewhere close by, a nice open out area so we can do our warm up, some water close by, take breaks when you need to, and work at a pace that's comfortable to you. So as we get started, let's march in place and talk posture. Remember, we're working upper body, so our posture is going to make our exercises that much more efficient. So I want you to really think about this. Now your shoulder blades go back and they go down as if you're pressing your shoulder blades into your back pockets. This elevates your chest. That's okay. Keep it there. Now the ribs open, and I want you to use your muscles and squeeze the ribs inward ever so slightly because that engages your abdominals. And we need to keep that for the rest of the class. I'm just saying. Anyways, march here. Now step touch. Let's take the arms around in a big circle. Full inhale and full exhale, because part of this too is, we want to burn calories, and in order to burn calories, guess what? We need oxygen. So you want to breathe as you move. Now leg goes up, arm goes up. One more time. And into a step touch, reaching the arms forward and back. Now as your arms go forward and back, think about holding those shoulders back and down, even though your arm is moving forward. And turn this into a leg curl, arm curl. And tap the toe, reach the arm, big circle. And arm goes up, leg goes up. And then bring yourself down for a landing. One arm across the chest and hold. Now same arm, reach up and back. Press back, switch sides. The other arm across the chest, and up and back. Hold here, and both arms forward, open wide. We call these chest openers. So I want you to think about really reaching those arms back where you feel the stretch in your chest and shoulders. Now, left arm up, right arm down, switch sides, and again, and up. And down, one more, and bring those arms down. So let's turn over to the right. Roll through the back foot. Inhale one way, exhale the other. And hold your heel down. Just lunge forward, feel the stretch in your calf. Deep breath. Exhale. Now turn forward, toes come up, bending the right leg and hinging from the hips. Inhale, and exhale, aim your tailbone back. Now same thing to the other side. Arms open wide and out. One more. And hold here, stretch forward. Turn to the front, toes up, sitting down in the left leg and hinge. Inhale, exhale. Hold. Now up. Okay, let's go for one heavy weight. Both feet are hip distance. Chest is up nice and tall. I want you to bend the knee slightly. Keep that bend in the knee. Now hinge forward so that your shoulders are parallel to the floor and squeeze the arm up. Now as this arm comes up, think about the shoulder blades. Your goal here is to move the left shoulder blade to touch the right shoulder blade. And you're doing this keeping your elbow very close to your body. At the same time, you're bracing in from the center. Tailbone is aiming back. And remember, the bend is from the hip joint. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now switch sides. Chest is up, small bend in the knees, hinge, and lift. Elbow very close to the side. Inhale and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's just drop the weight down for a second. Now both arms come out, think shoulder blades, and they squeeze back in together and release. Squeeze back in together and release. Full inhale, full exhale. Feel the shoulder blades connect without bending your elbows, without opening your arms out to the side. Racing in from the center, 4 more. 3, and 2, now 1. Shake the arms out. Okay, let's go for our weight one more time. Feet are hip distance. Small bend in the knees, hinge from the hip, and lift. Connecting the shoulder blade and up. So that retraction exercise we did, I want you to think about that here. You're trying to hold retraction and then move the shoulder blades even closer together. 5, 4, tailbone back, 3, 2, and 1. Let's lift up the other side. Same thing, small bend in the knees, hinge from the hips so you keep your neutral spine, and lift. Full inhale, full exhale. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, let's go for the lighter weights. Standing tall, shoulders are back and down. Think biceps moving in 2 counts, so halfway and up, down and again. Up, 2, and down, 2. So I want you to think about a couple of things. Shoulders stay back and down. The elbow stays in one spot, which means it should not be moving forward nor back. Now think of your bicep, pretend the weight is heavier than it is, and feel the muscle contract. Up, 2, and down, 2. Again, up, 2, and down. Using your breath, we have 4 more. And that's 3, and 2, 1 more. And up, 2, and down, 2. Now, bend the knees slightly, hinge. This time, think of your elbows going out to the side, 90 degrees and down. Now, I want a nice straight line, more or less, from your tailbone to the tip of your head. Chest is up. You feel the ribs slightly open, so brace in from the ribs, and then aim your elbows out to the side, 90 degrees, working the posterior delt, the back of your shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back up again. Back to bicep curls in 2s. Up, 2, and down. 2 again. Up, 2, and down. 2. Press up and down. Chest is tall and down. Keeping the shoulders pinned back. This is 3, and 2, 1 more. And down. Now, hinge forward, small bend in the knees, elbows out, and out. Pressing your tailbone away from you, lifting your chest up, and bracing in from the ribs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up. Okay. Let's come down to the mat. This is actually a great time to grab some water. We'll use all our weights here. Okay. Now, extending both legs out. And I want you to think about something. If you feel like you're sitting and you're slouching back, I'd like you to roll up your mat or a towel and lift your hips up off the floor, maybe an inch or 2, to give you that lengthening so you can sit up tall easier. Pull your toes towards you and hinge forward, leading to the very center of your chest. Deep breath. And exhale. And release. So moving yourself over. I know a lot of us don't like it. Push-ups is fantastic because you're working a lot of muscles at one time, so you get more bang for a buck that way. Your knees are back. I want you to feel like all of your body weight is in your hands. So if your tailbone is up, you're shifting your weight backwards. I need you to shift your weight forward. There's more or less of a straight line from the tip of the head to the knees. Pulling in and bracing from your center. Now bend so that your elbows are 90 degrees and up. This way, your elbow lands right over the wrist. Full inhale, full exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit back. Big deep breath. And exhale. Now let's move our lighter weights to either side. And from the all fours position, first balance your weight. Your hips are parallel to the floor, and all 3 points have the same amount of weight. Now, your right elbow comes in, and then reach forward, pull back, forward, pull back. Bracing in through the ribs, especially as the work becomes challenging. And I want you to think about this. This is weight training. So the weight should feel challenging, but not so hard that you feel like you have to struggle to do the movement. You want to use control and good posture. 3 more. 2 and 1. The other side. Elbow in, reach out, and in. Balance your weight. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. It goes over to the side. Guess what? We have push-ups again. I'm already sweating. It's a good thing. Okay. Knees are back. Brace in from your center. All your weight is in your hands. Lower and lift. Full inhale, full exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go back to all fours. Balancing your weight. Elbow in and reach. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. The other side, elbow in, reach out and in. Both hips are parallel to the floor, bracing from your center and using your breath as you move. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So setting that weight down, let's move these bigger weights over. So we have those as well. And bring yourself to the side. Now let's reach for our bigger weights. Shoulders are back. Start from the top. And I want you to think about your shoulders. Press them into the mat. Brace in from the rib cage. Push your knuckles to the sky. Now alternate going down. So you have to hold one weight up. Full inhale, full exhale. And remember, when something feels challenging, this is when we brace in from our center more. It helps us with our strength, but we have to breathe as we're moving. Full inhale, full exhale. One more on each side. And then bring the arms down. So let's lower these weights and reach for the lighter weights. Arms come up. Now same thing. Shoulders are into the mat, knuckles to the sky. This time bend 90 degrees right by your ears and press straight up. Trying to hold the elbow in one spot so it doesn't move around. And I want you to feel your tricep as you extend your arm up. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Taking hold of the bigger weights, starting from the top. Now shoulders into the mat, knuckles to the sky, alternating down. Full inhale, full exhale. I want you to feel like your chest is pushing up into the air, especially as you're pushing the weight. But keeping your hips and everything parallel to the ground. You have 4 more on each side. This is 3. And 2. 1 more. And bring the weights in, setting those weights down. Let's go back for our smaller weights. Shoulders are back, knuckles to the sky, and 90 degrees. Full inhale, full exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering the weight. I just hug the knees into the chest now that we're here. And this is actually another great time to grab some water if you want. One leg goes down, one leg goes up. Press your tailbone into the floor and lightly stretch the leg towards you. Pulling the toes down. And release. Other side, same thing. Tailbone down, heel up, and press the leg towards you. And release both hands behind the head. So I want you to think about hovering off the floor. That means you're about 1 inch off the ground. Now take your awareness to your rib cage, and that's what's going to move. So your hands feel the weight of your head, and they're holding the weight. Now squeeze the rib cage in and release, and that is what is lifting you up off the floor. Inhale one way, exhale the other. So your arms are not pulling, they're only holding the weight of your head, and they actually just go along for the ride as you contract the rib cage in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's hug the knees one more time. And give yourself a figure 4 stretch. And switch sides. And then release. Let's do one more set, hovering off the ground. Feel the weight of your head. It's 8 to 10 pounds, by the way. And take all your awareness to the rib cage and squeeze in and release. So the ribs squeeze in and down. Two more. One more time. And release. So bring yourself over to your side, and I'm going to move these weights out of our way. You're going to bring yourself into what's called a side plank. So anchoring yourself up on your knees, lifting up the hips, trying to create as much of a straight line as you can for the tip of your head all the way to the knees. So the hips really have to be held up using your core. Arm reaches up, and we're going to thread the needle. Shoot your arm back and lift right back up. So as you're moving is when you squeeze the rib cage in even more. Inhale one way, exhale the other. You have 4 and 3. Here's 2 and 1. And down. We have the other side. Use those weights as well. Okay. Up on the elbow, lift up through the knees. Abdominals are in, bracing in through the ribs. Arm up and reach through and lift. Inhale and exhale. Five more. 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Now, bring yourself here. Let's take one weight. Just up nice and tall. Now you can sit any way that feels comfortable. The key here though is I want you sitting up. So again, if you're rounding back, this is the time to roll up a mat or a towel to sit up on that object so you feel like you're sitting taller. Arm comes right in front. We're gonna do a few things. Hammer curl, shoulder press, tricep extension, shoulder press, down and hammer curl. Press back and down. Chest is up tall, shoulders are down and back, even though the arm is moving up and around. Full inhale, full exhale. Last 4. This is 3. Side, same thing. Just situate yourself, shoulders are down and back, chest is up. Hammer curl, shoulder press, and tricep. Full inhale, full exhale. Trying to move through the arm as in a controlled manner as possible and feeling the muscles that are going. So right here, you should feel your bicep. Shoulders. When you extend, you feel your triceps. Working very intentionally. Your breath as you go. We have 3 more. And 2. 1 more. Down. Okay, you ready to thread the needle? Here we go. Side plank first. Lift up through the hips, brace in through the center, reach up. All the way through and up. Full inhale, full exhale. Two more. One more time. And the other side. Up in your side plank. Arm is up and reach through and up. Three more. 2 and 1. Back down. Okay. Wow. We have one more round here. So again, sitting in any position that you like, as long as you're maintaining neutral spine. So if you have to sit up on something, do so now. Start with our hammer curl. Shoulders are back and down. Hammer curl, shoulder press, tricep extension. Finish. Up. Deepening your breathing. Full inhale, full exhale. Bracing in from your center. 3 more. One. And down. Same thing with the other side. Double check your posture. Arm in position. Hammer curl, shoulder press, tricep extension. Remember, as the weight gets more challenging, this is when you brace in more from the center. You double check your posture a little bit more too, because unconsciously, as things get challenging, we compromise our posture in order to finish the exercise. So I want you to work this the other way around. We never compromise our posture. That always stays perfect. And down, up. Full inhale, full exhale. 3 more. 2 more. And up. Last one. And press down. Oh. Stretching one arm across the chest and hold. And the other side. Now again, with your legs any way that you feel comfortable, as long as you're sitting up tall and both hips are on the floor, I want you to give yourself a side stretch. So you need to push the left hip into the floor as the left arm goes up and over. Now reach for the ear and ear to shoulder, pushing your right shoulder down at the same time. And do that again. Reach up and over. And press down. One more time. Up and over. And press down. And release. The other side, same thing. First, reach up and over, pushing the right hip down. And now reach for the ear. Shoulder goes down. Up. And press down. One more. Reach up. And press down. And release. So let's extend one leg out, cross the other one for a figure 4. Deep breath here and exhale and hinge forward. Now lift the left knee up and rotate to the left, aiming back with the shoulder as much as you can. And come forward again, hinge. And lift up and rotate. And hinge. The other side. Cross over, big deep breath. Exhale and hinge forward. And knee comes up and rotate. And hinge forward. And rotate. Rotate. Bringing both feet into a butterfly. Big deep breath. Exhale and just shift your body weight forward slightly, just enough that you can feel the stretch in the inner thighs. Inhale here and exhale. One more time. Big deep breath. Exhale and hold. And once again, sitting in any position you feel comfortable with, as long as you're sitting up nice and tall. Let's take one arm up and back and hold. Release the arm, doing that again, right behind the head, reach for the elbow and press back, feeling the stretch in your triceps. And release, so the other arm, same thing, up and back, reach back and hold, and release. Let's do that again. And let the arm go, both hands behind the head, big deep breath, exhale, chin to chest. Inhale here and exhale down. And now lift up and rotate to the left, aiming back with the left elbow. And the other side. Back to the center, release those arms, shoulders come up, back, and around. Exaggerating the turn so you feel the shoulders move all the way forward, all the way up, all the way back, and down. One more time. And press the shoulders down, extending both legs out. Chest is up, and once again, hinge forward and hold. Deep breath. Exhale and hold, pulling your toes back towards you. And back to center. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. Go out there, make sure you're drinking plenty of water, and of course, keep the body moving. Until next time, bye for now.